Welcome to Conscious Conversations. I'm your host, Katie Augustyn. So I'm the founder of the Transformation Center, which is based in Westport, Connecticut. And at the center, we do a variety of things. In addition to the individual shamanic healing sessions that I do and transformation coaching, we also offer a lot of different workshops and classes. I just love to host other practitioners so you can get to benefit from their services as well, including sound baths in the backyard, which we have when the weather's nice. We have some coming up this fall, as a matter of fact. So everything is on the website. You can check it out. We're going to put up the slide with the contact info. It's just transformationcenterct for Connecticut.com. And everything we do is really focused on helping you gain a greater self-awareness so you can transform your limiting beliefs and, really let go of who you're not. And from there, you can just create the life that you love. So that's really what it's all about. So thank you for being here today on Conscious Conversations. I love meeting new people, talking to them about, their journey so you can learn from them, find out what they're up to so you can also benefit from that. And it's just all about benefiting you, really. That's why we're here today. And I'm very excited that my guest today is Debra Cavaliere. Welcome, Debra.
Thank you. Hi, Katie.
Hi. Yeah, this is fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about just having the conversation and learning from each other. That's what I'm about, because we all have something to offer, And I got to know you a little bit, and we'll talk about that later. But first I want to just read a little bit about Debra, and we'll put up her slide so you can see where she's coming from. So Debra is a traveler and an artist in life, in her photography, and through her sound baths. Her creative journey began with photography. At the age of 8, Debra was given her first camera, a gift that she remains deeply thankful for, she told me. And today her fine art photographs are exhibited in galleries throughout the USA and internationally. So you can check out her website, which is on her slide, and that's Debra Singari, right? Yeah. And alongside her visual art, Debra is also the founder and guiding presence behind Bathed Sound and Stillness. And I love that name. It's beautiful. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you came up with that. Well, I guess it's really because sound and stillness meet to create deeply restorative experiences. Yeah. And so she has a background in restorative yoga and a formal training at the Sage Academy of Sound. And also she has hands-on experience assisting other sound bath practitioners. And that's really where I met you. I guess that was with the Hummingbird Healing Center, or no, maybe in my backyard.
I think so, with Beth. With Beth Lees,
yeah. That was several years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you'll learn all about that as well. And, Debra says that she blends intuition, artistry, and intention to create immersive sound journeys that invite peace, balance, and connection. So beautiful. Yeah. And that's what I love about sound baths. And you're coming to my backyard to do one.
Yes.
In September.
The 14th of September, 14th, 2 to 3:30.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. But before we get into everything about the sound, I'm kind of curious about the photography, because that's a part of you that I really don't know anything about. You said you got your first camera when you were 8. That's a pretty young age. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious, what was it about photography that so resonated with you that you made a career out of it?
I was one of 3, the youngest, and it was my way of speaking. I always felt, coming from an Italian family, I was always children to be seen, not to be heard.
Okay.
So I took my camera and I was able to go out and explore, photograph nature. I think one of the very first photos I shot was in Pennsylvania, an Amish country of grapes, in a little 5x7. It was actually shown at my first show. I had my very first show at 16 at the Easton Library.
Wow.
Yes.
So you definitely started young and kept going. showing?
Very, very young. Dark room under my mother's stairs in her pantry where she kept her food. And then I progressed downstairs in the basement in the utility closet.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, it
So
was.
you were serious at an early age.
Very, very serious. Yes, it was wonderful. My first show, my friends played guitars and we had cheese and crackers. It was really wonderful. And now here I am. And I just had a show at the Grand Palais in Paris in February. And I was shown 3 times in Italy, in Lake Como, in Bellagio. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
everywhere. And then New York and Nantucket and Connecticut. So the artwork's everywhere. I have some wonderful galleries that are representing my work. Cavaliere Gallery, Chase Edwards Gallery, and then one in Aspen, which is Christopher Martin Gallery.
Oh, wow. Well, we'll definitely have to check those out.
Yeah, so
That's
it's wonderful.
fun.
So I love the photography.
Yeah. So is there a specific, like, subject matter that appeals to you when you do your photography that you really gravitate towards, or is it just a little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything. The galleries like me to photograph subject matter of wherever I'm showing, whether it's in Aspen or Nantucket, so they really like landscapes. My love is people. So when I travel around the world, I love photographing people because I love the connection. I'm a people person and I love to connect with them and share the photographs. And I went to the Dominican Republic with a friend and we stayed there for a month and I photographed motorcycles with 6 people on them, and I would go into people's homes and they would let me photograph them in their kitchens. It's just been a really beautiful experience. I've traveled all over the world, and walking down the street with my camera, people just pull you right in and invite you in their homes, and you really start to become a family. And I still speak to these people, to this day. It's
Wow, that's
wonderful.
amazing.
Yeah,
So it
it's really nice.
sounds like that personal or heart to heart or soul to soul connection is really important to you
Very
through your
much so.
photography.
Very much so. I mean, even till this day, I'm still speaking to monks that I've met in Thailand. They'll email me or, WhatsApp me, which is really a beautiful thing. We share photographs and we still
That's so cool.
chat till this day. Yeah.
Huh. Wow. So it's like that's a part of you. So do you feel like you're being vulnerable? Are you like when you express yourself through photography, are you showing a part of yourself? Are you being vulnerable, or is it more about the person or the thing that you're photographing?
It's more about the person or thing I'm photographing, which I love to do, and I've been doing this since COVID, is I have photographed people from afar in situations, couples, children's family, and then I will go up to them and say, I have a gift for you. And they're kind of taken back, and I show them the photographs. I would say 99.9% of people love it and appreciate it and take the photo. And you always have that 0.5% that's like, why'd you take my photo?
Uh-huh.
But it's a really beautiful gift to share with people. So
Yeah.
I like to share my photography, with them.
So given as a gift.
Yeah, as a gift,
Okay.
It's nice. That's why I do my art. People hang them up in their house and they enjoy it. I love beautiful things and I love when people enjoy beautiful things. So I'm really honored and blessed when people purchase my artwork. As a matter of fact, I just had a really nice client, a corporate client, who was starting to buy some of their work for their corporate offices. So that's really nice.
Oh, that's
So I
great.
love doing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so
great.
don't you also incorporate like other things into your photography? I forget what you said, but something like a montage or something?
Assemblages, yes.
Assemblage.
I take my photographs and I marry them with found objects, and I create different pieces of artwork. Sometimes they rotate, other times they're just standard, but they're really interesting. And I like them because I like building with my hands. I love the photography, but I really like to build. I like to work with my hands. That's why the sound bath's good, because I'm able to,
Yeah.
play with my hands.
Yeah, well, that's a great combination.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get back to the travel for a minute before we get into the sound baths, okay?
Yes.
Because that was one thing that when I first met you, I was aware that you were doing a lot of traveling because you just came back from this place or that place. And I was like, wow, how do you have time to do all this? I didn't realize that you're a photographer, of course. And also that you did the Camino de Santiago.
Yes.
And my husband did that a few years ago, but he only did like a very small portion of it. You did the whole thing.
40 days.
Wow.
40 days, yes. It was a beautiful experience. I met some very interesting people. I walked many, many miles. And I prepared myself so well that I never got a blister until the last, I'd say, 3 miles, because I was so excited that morning. I put my sock on and there was a little crease in it, and that's where I ended up getting the blister. But it was really a beautiful experience. I mean, if anybody could do it, I highly suggest
Yeah.
it. And it was nice walking all the way down to Muscia because it was very quiet. Not a lot of people go there.
Right. 'Cause you started in France and then you go all the way across Spain.
Yes.
Pretty
oh my
much.
gosh, yes.
Yeah.
It was.
One day I would love to go.
I know.
Let's
And I have
see.
friends that do it. I have a girlfriend that does it every year. She's been doing it for 4 or 5 years. She takes off a month and she walks
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Every year. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I would love to do it again. And before I did the Camino, I went to Portugal, so I walked part of the Portugal Camino too.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love Portugal. So where else? So is there anything besides that that stands out to you as memorable of all the places that you've been? Really
Camping.
had an impact. Camping. Okay.
I met my current travel partner at dance school. We were doing West Coast Swing, and we became very good friends. And he purchased a teardrop camper, and I said, "Hey, I want to come." And I had a truck, and so we married them together, and we became travel partners. And we actually spent 6 months, and we drove up to Alaska,
Wow.
which he loved because he never sleeps. I couldn't stand it because it was always so light. 11 o'clock at night, it's
Yeah.
bright out. But we saw baby moose being born in my girlfriend's backyard, and we've traveled and hiked. I do a lot of hiking, so I hiked there. It was great. Yeah, I
Okay.
loved the camping.
So the camping under the
Yeah.
stars kind
Oh,
of thing.
yes. There's nothing better than it. And being resourceful, because when you're camping, you need to be resourceful with everything, your water, your food. And it really taught me. So once COVID came, I was a little bit more prepared on how to recycle things more.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it teaches you how important it is to take care of the earth
Oh, yes.
as well, I would imagine.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Which is a big part of, what we all need to be doing. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic, isn't it? Yeah. So now I'm curious. So how did this transition into being a sound artist occur? Because I know you love sound baths as a participant, like I do still.
Yeah.
So how did that happen? I'm curious.
Once again, I live in Fairfield County. I love to hike. I love the mountains, and I love my own space. And I'm not one to, if I can't hike or bike ride, I'm not one to go to bars and social clubs and music. I like quiet things. So I found restorative yoga. And then through restorative yoga, I found sound baths. And I've been going to sound baths for over 15 plus years. And I just fell in love with the community and the way that it just made me feel inside and out, and the connection with the people that I made throughout the years and the interesting people that I've met. I have joined with Jeffrey in an endeavor called Bathe, Sound and Stillness. And we have a sound experience, and we use a various different instruments throughout the sound bath experience, so people could go inwards and travel inside, and then also find the space of stillness for themselves. And it's just been a beautiful journey. We had a sound bath a couple of weeks ago, and I actually had people sleeping, and to see that you could give them such calmness
Oh, totally.
and relaxation on how you play these instruments is just pure joy. Pure joy.
Well, I almost always fall asleep when I go to a sound bath because you're right, it's so relaxing, and you just feel like you've come home to yourself is a good way to describe it for me.
Yes.
And just having that, knowing also that I think there's a lot of benefit going on. It's not just relaxing. It's actually therapeutic in a sense, because the sound is the vibration. It's
Yeah.
going where it's needed for you. Everybody's different, of course. But that's how it feels to me. Like I'm getting a healing,
Yes.
because sometimes sound baths are also called sound healings. But I know you don't consider yourself a healer.
I'm an artist.
You're an artist, but you did do the training. You did the training through the
Yes.
Sage
At
Academy
Sage
of Sound.
Academy, yes. It was beautiful because last week when we had the sound bath, one of the women said, I just kept seeing purple. I just kept seeing purple. And she's never been to a sound bath before, and she is over the top. She definitely has the bug now.
Now she's on
Yes.
board.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're doing them also with water or on water
Yes.
because you have a lake at your house.
Yes. I will do them on a lake. I will do them in people's pools. I will do them anywhere there's water. I have all the equipment for that, and that's been a really nice way to expand our sound bath.
Well, what's the benefit of having it on the water?
It's
Seems
heaven.
like there would be some benefit other than just feeling good. Is it like the vibration of it is different or what?
Again, it was interesting because I had three people on the water, and everybody experienced it a little bit differently, depending where they are. Some really felt nice and wavy. Other people really felt that they were still and they were just nice and quiet. When I go on the raft and I'm in the water with that music, oh my gosh, it just brings you to a new dimension. It's the new drug
Yeah.
of 2025.
That's funny. Well, you
It just is.
Yeah.
Like once you try it, you're just like, whoa.
You're hooked. Well, you were ahead of the curve if you've been going to sound baths for 25 years. I mean, no, 15.
15
years. you
yes.
said.
And around the world when I've traveled.
Okay.
And I have followed practically every sound bath healer in the United States.
Yeah, because the
Which is
first one,
nice.
I remember distinctly, the first one I went to was with Gary Posner,
Yes, Gary.
who came to my backyard a lot.
Yes.
Over a lot of years. Now he's not here anymore, but I mean, he's on
He's
the
in
earth.
New
He's
York.
just not in. He's in New York. Right. It's a little
Yes.
too far. But I remember the first one he did was on a lake near his home when he was living in Greenwich. And it was right there on the shore, on the bank. So we weren't floating in the water, but we were right there on the banks. And the backdrop, so he was here and the lake was behind him. So you could get, I don't know, somehow the benefit, it seemed to me the water just added to the experience.
It does. We have them in the water. We have the fire going. We have people in Adirondack chairs, other people laying on yoga mats, however they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It's their time. And for me, everybody has such a busy life. I just want them to come to our sound baths, our sound experiences, I should say, and just let us take care of them and just enjoy the evening. And then what's really beautiful at the very end, people always come up and ask about the different instruments, and they're so excited, and we have a whole new conversation. So it's just wonderful to bring people together.
Right. No, I've seen that because, like I said, I've been hosting them in my backyard. And, it's funny, Deborah, because I was actually tempted to do the training myself with the sound bowls, with the crystal bowls are so beautiful. And Terry Eld has that beautiful
Alchemy bowls.
Alchemy bowls. And, they're a little pricey for me right now. But I thought, why not have that be my next step? But I haven't really decided to do it yet. Because I just like to go to other people's,
It was funny because when we had ours a week or so ago, we're setting up, and it takes a long time. It's like 6 hours to set up. You have to get the things and put them, and you have to practice. It's a lot. It's not just like having a sound bath. There's a lot of preparation. And I was there. We get down, and everybody else settled in. I looked at them on the rafts, and I was like, I want to go down there and rest, But
Yeah.
it's really, we went up to, my partner, Jeffrey, and I went up to Vermont, and could I share this with you?
Sure.
This is called a rain drum.
Oh, I love those.
So, yeah, and we went, oh.
Sounds like rain.
Doesn't it sound
Yeah,
great? And then
yeah.
it trickles down like the water. And we had the most magnificent experience. And that's where I bought my alchemy bowls, and they're beautiful. And then somebody introduced us to Cooperman instruments. So we went down to the road, and I was thinking I was going to go into a shop, but it wasn't a shop. It was actually the factory where they make drums, frame drums, as well as the big drums, the Viper's drum on. And the man was standing at the door. He goes, "Could I help you?" And we said, "Yes, we're here to look at drums." And it was the owner, and he let us in, and he showed us the whole beautiful showroom of how these drums are made and how the wood is bent and all the old machinery. And it was great. And he sold us a beautiful, beautiful frame drum. It's just been
Well, that's terrific, and you
an
can see the
experience.
whole genesis of it, and
Yes.
how it was created, and really, speaks to you, and it becomes part of you in a way. My drum, that I use in my shamanic drumming, I have two, but I feel like they're part of me. Well, I don't know if that's part of me. That's not accurate, but they're sacred. They're
Right.
sacred drums, and I just have a relationship with them, I guess is the best way to put it.
Did you name them?
Uh,
No.
no, did you?
Yes.
Oh, what did you name yours?
Dandelion and Dandelette.
Okay, okay, sure.
Because I've always wanted a little dandelion in a little ball. Have you ever seen those? They put them in the plastic. What is that called?
Mm.
Well, in either case, I always wanted one. I went to an antique store one day, and my boyfriend at the time found it for me, and he gave it to
Oh,
me.
that's so
Yeah.
cool.
So I always appreciated the dandelions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's a great name.
That's what they're
Well,
called.
and one thing that you mentioned, because you're doing the sound baths with your partner Jeffrey,
Yes.
and I think there is something to having more than one person, having two people work together, especially outdoors, because you can walk around, while one person's doing one thing, the other person can be walking around. I think it just enhances the experience.
Yes.
You can hear it up close in a way. The ones like when Diane and Catherine grounded meditation, they come over and
Yeah.
do ones, and I like the way they do that.
Yeah, I love it. Actually, I've also partnered up with another gentleman, and he is in Stratford, and I did a sound bath with him, and I put a bowl on a friend's chest and rang it. And after the whole ceremony, he says to me, "Oh my goodness, what did you do?" He goes, "I had this hip problem ever since I was 55, and you released it." So it was really nice to hear that, how
Ah,
the sound could really move and change people when you go touch them, and you're next to them, or you
yeah,
take the gong and you just flow it over them and
yeah.
bathe them with the music.
I'm going to ask you about gongs, because
Oh
that's really my
yeah.
favorite, because I
Oh,
remember Gary Posner used to have a lot of gongs. And
Jeffrey on the gong is phenomenal. The way that man plays the gong is like no other.
well, I'm looking forward to our event.
Yes.
Let's put up Deborah's slide one more time, and you can check it out, because you don't have a website for your sound, but you have an Instagram page.
I have an Instagram page.
So we'll put that up there. You can
Yes, and then
follow you with all of your events on there.
yeah. And then I have the website for the photography.
Right.
And that's under my photography name, which is Deborah Ann Singari.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's great to have that combination.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to the 14th.
Me too.
And, you can check out all of the events that, besides that, on the Transformation Center website. We have some other events coming up in October.
You're a
Yeah.
busy girl.
Yeah. Well, I love staying busy.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
I think we're going to have to wrap up in a couple of minutes. Is there anything else that I didn't ask you that you want to share, perhaps? Anything
No.
about your experience that you can maybe
I
sort of...
just welcome anybody to reach me if they would like to host any type of sound baths in their homes. I'm
That's
open to
right.
that, or in their pools. I'm open to that. I love travel,
Yeah.
and I'm an artist, so that's where I am. Travel and artistry.
Do you have any other trips coming up soon for travel?
Not right now. I'm pretty happy. I just had a new grandbaby, little Paige,
Oh,
little 6 weeks
congratulations.
old. So I travel back and forth to Westport to go see her, and she is, oh my goodness, a bundle of joy.
Oh, well, that's terrific.
So I'm staying home for a while until Art Basel. Once Art Basel hits Miami, I'll go to Art Basel in Miami.
That's probably
Yeah.
in the winter, I would imagine.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well,
yes.
good. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Deborah. It was
Thank
really
you.
a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. And thank you to our audience for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as I did. And thank you to Verso Studios at the Westport Library for hosting us. We love you guys. All right. Namaste. See you next time. Bye-bye.